It's really interesting. Cam Newton came out, and because of Cam's size and his feet and his arm and his speed and his looks, he looks like Cam can do anything. But the Carolina coaches, and I've said this year, deserve a lot of credit. Cam's a very limited quarterback. Cam only is 17th in the NFL in attempts. They ain't making him the executor of the will. That's what Blake Bortles averages per game. Jacksonville doesn't give him the keys to the kingdom. We think of a guy like Cam can do everything. He is only 17th in the NFL in pass attempts, and that's right on his career average. And he's surrounded by guys, Bortles, Keenum, Prescott, McCown, you view as limited. Oh, no, my friends, Cam is limited, and the Carolina coaches, the parents of that franchise, feel the same way. Cam, to his credit, has bought into this. He was talking this week about it, and I give Cam credit on this. He really understands his place in this offense, and that he deserves a tip of the cap for this.
Oftentimes, I mean, I still find myself looking around the league and, looking at other quarterbacks' production and saying, why can't I do this, or I can do this if that was a given opportunity. I'm looking at, Ben Roethlisberger the other night, had a monster game. He threw the ball 66 times. No facade, 66. And I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, that's not me. We have to run the football. That's our niche as offense.
And to Cam's credit, he's right. His career completion percentage is 58%. That is easily the lowest of all the perceived star quarterbacks in the league. His passer rating is 85. That is the lowest of all the perceived star quarterbacks in the league. Jay Cutler's is actually slightly ahead of Cam's, his career passer rating. So to Cam's credit, I think he understands, even the year he won MVP, Carolina led the NFL in rushing attempts by a wide margin. So I've always felt there's a perception of Cam can carry a team. No, he can't. No, he cannot. The parents of children give them what they can handle. What Cam can handle. By the way, I'll give you an example. I went this morning and looked at his career numbers on this. The times they have let Cam throw 35 times a game, he's 12-22. Okay, just let that soak in. For every win, there's 2 losses. He's a bad quarterback. Big Ben threw it 66 times. When he throws 35 or more, he's 12-22. 35 attempts or less, and it's generally far less, he's 48-23. So the Carolina coaches have come to terms with his strengths and weaknesses, and he can be part of an offense, but he is not, as many perceive, as a guy who can carry a team. It is just a misnomer, and the numbers all tell you the truth. Parents and coaching staffs give their kids and quarterbacks what they can handle. And there's a reason the Steelers are like, Ben, you can throw it 70 times. We just go for it. I always said one of the reasons I knew Andrew Luck, and I thought the media whiffed on this, they gave RG3 the Offensive Rookie of the Year over Andrew Luck. But the coaching staff in Indianapolis, the rookie year of Andrew Luck, told you what they thought of him. They let him throw 35 times a game. They gave him the whole playbook. That told you they trusted Andrew Luck. RG3 was throwing it 18 times a game. Didn't have many picks, didn't have the big numbers. That also told you they didn't really trust RG3 with the offense. Coaching staffs are constantly telling you what they think of their personnel. Believe them. This is why when Big Ben broke into this league, do you remember when Big Ben broke in? Remember that year he got to the Super Bowl? They were not letting him throw 30 times a game. He was throwing about 18-22. Eli Manning, though, when he broke into this league, the Giants staff was like, we're going to let him air it out. And coaches look at you and how much of the book can you handle? What's the audible system? Do they feel you can comprehend it at the line of scrimmage cognitively? Do they think you're an accurate thrower? Do they think you're a tad bit impulsive? Do they want to have some constraint so you have to stay within a system? Big Ben was very much within a system guy for 2 years. Then they let him go. Now it's like throw it 65 times. With Cam, it's never really changed. The staff knows what he can do. They play to his strengths. They limit his throws. They have a great running game around him, and it works for him. His record, under 35 attempts, is terrific. Over 35, 12-22, it's awful. Hi, everybody, and thanks for watching. We want you to subscribe here, to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the herd, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.